Hello and welcome to Oweleketv News. I am Antonia Nwokolo. The news headlines. Federal government reaffirms commitment to reducing adult illiteracy in Nigeria. Reps queried Health Ministry over local contractors' $100 million malaria loan. And the foreign scene, Nikki Haley endorses Donald Trump for 2024 presidential election. And in sports, Lookman shares emotional moments after Europa glory.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleke.tv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back. Now the news in details. The House of Representatives on Wednesday urged the federal government to renovate and convert its abandoned buildings and forfeited land locally and abroad for public use. The resolution of the House was sequel to the adoption of a motion titled Call to Convert Abandoned and Seized Properties, including buildings and lands, for public use. The motion was moved by the member representing Oredo Federal Constituency of Edo State, Iyawe Esosa, on the floor of the House at Wednesday's plenary. Esosa argued that some agencies of government were operating from rented office apartments, whereas the federal government had a lot of abandoned properties spread across the country. He argued that asset recovery remains a powerful but underutilized tool against domestic and international corruption, noting that the Proceeds of Crime Recovery and Management Act provides a robust legal framework for managing and recovering such proceeds. In other news, as part of deliberate efforts to tackle adult illiteracy in Nigeria, the federal government has initiated about 13 new infrastructure projects at the National Mass Literacy and Adult Education Commission Kano Center through public and private partnership. According to reports, more than 76 million adults, representing 38% of the over 200 million population of Nigeria, cannot read or write, despite increasing efforts to improve literacy levels in the country. At the global level, a report by Action Education in September 2023 indicated that 773 million adults in the world, around 14% of the population, cannot read or write. Two-thirds of them are women, yet literacy is a fundamental human right. The House of Representatives Committee on HIV/AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria on Wednesday queried the Ministry of Health on the disengagement of a local contractor in a $100 million loan agreement between Nigeria and the Islamic Development Bank meant to address the challenge of malaria in the country. The chairman of the committee, Honorable Amobi Oga, at the stakeholders meeting to address the matter, was displeased that succor that was expected through the intervention was yet to materialize even after signing the agreement in 2022. Amobi directed the Minister of Health, Professor Ali Mohammed Pate, who was in attendance, to provide a comprehensive report of the transactions pertaining to the agreement to the committee within 2 weeks. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleke.tv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Benue State government has stated that it has offered tax holidays to investors interested in investing in the state. This is as it directed the Nigerian brewery to resume production at its plant located along Makurdi-Boko Road within the next 90 days. The Nigerian brewery, which took over the plants in the state, relocated to Kaduna a few years ago due to what it termed unfriendly business environment. But speaking during a meeting with the representatives from the Nigerian brewery at the Benue Investment and Property Company Limited corporate headquarters in Makurdi on Wednesday evening, its managing director Raymond Asemakaha has said that the government had created a more business-friendly environment. Niger State House of Assembly Joint Committees on Works and that of Health and Nutrition have directed the immediate suspension of the ongoing construction work of the state-owned Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University Teaching Hospital, Minna, due to lack of compliance with the contract specifications. The chairman of the House Committees, Architect Suleiman Abubakar Goma, and his counterpart for Health and Nutrition, Pharmacist Umar Nasir, gave the order during an oversight visit to the ongoing project in Minna, describing the project as below low standard. Abubakar Gumna expressed sadness over the substandard nature of the ongoing project, noting that poor quality work has repercussions that extend to safety and communication, in addition to wasted time, resources, and materials. The former president of Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC), Comrade Abdul Wahid Umar, has been appointed by the stakeholders of the Labour Party to head the transition committee. Appointed as co-chairman at the stakeholders meeting held in Abuja on Wednesday are Professor Sam Amadi and Abiodun Olamusu, while Engineer Nnawuye Nwanwa is the secretary. Announcing this after the meeting, the acting chairman of the NLC Political Commission, Professor Theophilus Ndubuako, said that stakeholders nominated capable hands covering all sheets of membership of the Labour Party, including the statutory members. Professor Ndubuako said the stakeholders meeting was the second held by the NLC Political Commission, explaining that in view of the vacuum at the Labour Party as a result of the exit of the Julius Abure-led National Working Committee, a transition committee was put in place to conduct Congress within the next 90 days. Up next are stories on the foreign scene after the break.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleke TV. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.
On the foreign scene, former Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley has said she plans to vote for Donald Trump, her former opponent and boss, in the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Haley, who once served as Trump's United Nations ambassador, was the last of his major rivals to drop out of the party primary contest in early March. At the time, she did not endorse him, but urged him to end the votes of the millions who had supported her. On Wednesday, in her first public remarks since leaving the race, she said Trump has not been perfect, but that President Joe Biden has been a catastrophe. Anti-Trump Republican voters, largely behind Haley's presidential bid earlier this year and her dominant candidacy, is still picking up support more than 2 months after she left the race. She won more than 20% of the vote in at least 2 primary elections over the past fortnight. In entertainment, Nigerian singer Tiwa Savage has revealed what inspired her to produce Water and Gary, her debut movie. The 44-year-old said she produced the film to tell African stories through the female perspective. The songstress made this known while soaking with CNN's Larry Mowodo on the latest episode of African Voices Changemakers. The movie, directed by Meji Alabi, follows Aisha, a driven fashion designer who returns to her homeland after a decade in the US following a family tragedy. The movie stars several film stars like Jemima Osunde, Mike Afolari, and Andrew Bunting. And in sports, Nigerian forward Ademola Lookman etched his name into European football history with a stunning hat-trick in the Europa League final, leading Atalanta to a 3-0 victory. The match held at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin saw Ademola deliver a masterclass performance that culminated in a heartwarming moment with his mother. Lookman, on the biggest night of his career so far, shared the stage with his mother after scoring a hat-trick in Atalanta. The Nigerian forward stole the show with a beautiful performance as the Italian outfit ended the German champions' unbeaten run over 50 games. And just before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. Federal government reaffirms commitment to reducing adult illiteracy in Nigeria. Reps queries Health Ministry over local contractors' $100 million malaria loan. On the foreign scene, Nikki Haley endorses Donald Trump for 2024 presidential election. And in sports, Ademola Lookman shares emotional moments after Europa glory. And that's the package on our news bulletin. Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv. I am Antonia Nwokolo. Many thanks for watching.